Hi, this is Cengiz from You Shall Not Pass Go on Geekade.com talking to John Wick about 7th Sea. So John, what can you tell me about 7th Sea?
It's a swashbuckling role-playing game. It's an action movie. So it involves, if you want, with one roll of the dice, to grab the chandelier, swing across the room, kick the bad guy, kiss the prince or the princess, as you prefer, grab the secret letter and jump out the window with one roll of the dice. This is the game for you.
How does one accomplish that with one roll? I mean, is it a D20 based or is it D6?
Oh, no. We use a whole handful of D10s, and when you roll them, you make sets. And you make sets of 10, and every set is an action you can take in the scene. And so sometimes you only spend one set to do a thing. Sometimes you have to spend 2 or 3. So it's not about failure. 7th Sea actually, you pretty much cannot fail when you're rolling dice. It's about how much you succeed. Because you are the Three Musketeers, you are Captain Jack Sparrow, you are the Man in Black from The Princess Bride. You are a great big damn hero. And because of that, you generally don't fail. But the players can choose to fail during the game in dramatic moments, and the game rewards them for making that choice. Because I've been designing role-playing games for 20-some years, and I'm not really interested in random failure as a storytelling device, because it's never fun. It's never fun to roll a 1, right? So instead, we give the players the power to choose when to fail, and they choose it at really great dramatic moments that makes the rest of the players gasp, right? And that's essentially the way the game works.
That's amazing. So obviously this is about swashbuckling and intrigue, as the subtext of the game says. Are there classes in this game, or like you could be like a pirate class, swashbuckler? What is this system like?
Well, what you do is you choose a nation that you're from, and the game takes place in a continent called Thea, which is a lot like Europe. But it has Avalon instead of England, it has Montaigne instead of France. And I like saying that Thea is kind of a Thea version of France. Montaigne is really Alexander Dumas' France. It's not the France of history, it's the France of legend. And so you pick a nation, and your nation really gives you a guide where to go as a character. So instead of character classes, what you have are backgrounds. So I was a pirate and I was a musketeer, or I was a courtier and I was a explorer. And so you get 2 backgrounds, and they kind of set up your skills, and everything is front-loaded. So making a character really takes like 10 minutes. So you make a character, you're ready to go, and you're ready to play.
Would you describe 7th Sea as kind of like a low fantasy setting, or is there some mystical elements, much like the Legends of Yore, kind of incorporate themselves?
Oh yeah, there's magic in the world, and all of the magic one of the themes of the magic of the game is that it all has a price. So you can play a non-magic character, and you are still the big damn hero. And magic doesn't necessarily make people more powerful because of the price that comes with it. And a lot of the prices are heroic prices, because that's what the game is about. It's about being a hero. It's not about being a mercenary or being a chaotic neutral character. No, you are a big hero and you do heroic things. So when you do use sorcery, it's at a cost. And you have to be, is this worth the cost? Is it going to save people? Then yes, I will pay the cost to save these people with the sorcery. So that's kind of how sorcery works.
That's amazing. So I see you have multiple books out right now, adding on to the 7th Sea series. What is the most recent book you have right now?
The most recent book we have is The Crescent Empire, which takes place outside of Thea. It's the game takes place in 1668, which is very similar to our 1668. So it is the 1668 of Persia and Israel and all that area. And I'm really proud of that book because, number one, I didn't write it. I had people who really knew the area write it, like Shoshana Kesak, one of our writers. She wrote the analog for Israel. And another of our writers was as a Persian descent and has a degree in the history of that region, and wrote Anatole, which is our version of that. And so it was all of these people who have, I want to say legacies, but have real links to that part of the world. And when I said, hey, I want you to write this, and I want you to make your culture heroic. It is the golden age of your ancestors. What does that look like? and they were so relieved, to do that. And so the Crescent Empire is like playing Sinbad and all of that stuff in a really hyper-heroic way. And that was really exciting.
So, now that you mentioned that, as a man of Turkish descent, I'm wondering if, are my people represented as well?
Oh, yes, they are. I can show you the map.
Well, I can't wait to see it. So where can someone find 7th if they want to get it?
Well, it should be at your friendly local game store, and you can also go to johnwickpresents.com or 7thsea.com, and you can order it off the website, but I recommend going to your friendly local game store first.
As do we. Well, thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
You have a good rest of your con, and have a good one.